Once you have a completed assembly, the next thing for us to do is to go ahead and create a working drawing of the object. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here and we're going to click New. Then this window will pop up right here. Come down and click standard.idw. Open that up. And now this sheet here, believe it or not, is actually a really big sheet. And if we try to put our stuff on it, it'll kind of be too small and we don't have something that can print it well. So we're going to come over here to the left hand of our screen and we're going to right click and we're going to click Edit Sheet. This allows us to change the name of the sheet and the size of the sheet. Right now we're only interested in changing the size to A size paper. So we're going to click OK. Now we have this giant title block up on the screen. We want to go ahead and get rid of that so we have some more room, and we're going to right click and then hit delete. That's gone, but we do need a title block. It's a kind of a core thing of blueprint drawings. And so we're going to come up here, click this arrow, and it'll open up our drawing resources. Then we're going to come down and we want to select ANSI A, and that puts our title block on the screen for us. Now that we have a title block and now that we have the right size sheet, we're ready to put in our views. So click Base, and we're going to come up here and choose which file we want. In this case, we want our box assembly. So I have my box assembly. I'm going to move it over here. I want to bring one here. That's going to be my right side view. I'm going to bring one here. That's going to be my top view. And I'm going to bring one over here. That's going to be my isometric view. I'm not worried about these are overlapping right now. I just want to make sure I have it. Now here we can actually change our views and look at them from different points. And so if, for instance, I drew it wrong and I need my right side view to be there or my back or whatever, I can rotate it. So I have a little bit more flexibility with my objects, okay? The second thing I want to make sure of over here is that I have my hidden lines turned on because I want to see those in an object view. The nice thing about this is it'll turn the hidden lines on our front, right, and top view, but it will not turn them on for isometric. So I'm going to click that and I'm going to click OK. And now it has created our object. So we see our front view here, our side view here, and our top view here. This to me seems like it's just a little bit smaller than I want everything to be. So I'm actually just going to double click back on here and I'm going to change my scale to 1/2 inch. And I'm going to click OK, and those two guys joined with me. Now I'm going to do some arranging. So I'm going to pop this over here and get that nice and straightened out and everything organized. This is still 1/4 inch scale, and I'm okay with that. If it were bigger, it would be hard to see. Now I need to come in and I need to add center lines to these holes. The way that you add center lines is you come up to Annotate, not Tools, and over here is our symbols. Right now we're interested in our center line symbols. This one is center mark that will create a center line on a circle. This is our center line bisector, which will put our center line between two other lines. That's what we want. So I'm going to zoom in and say I want a center line between these two guys. Pan over, I need a center line here and here. And I'm going to go through and put center lines in between all of these different lines. So now I have center lines on those little holes that are in the sides. Now I need center lines in these holes. So I'm going to click center line and just click on the circle. Click center line and click on the circle. Now I need to go in and dimension my object. So I come up here and I click dimension and I can say, well, this line I need, and it'll tell me that's 5 inches. Then I might come in and say, well, I want to know how long this line is, and that's 4 inches. I want to know how long it is from here to here, and that's 4.5 inches. I could say I want to know how long it is from here to here. That's 1/4 inch. Now notice that if I change the way I do the lines and I click from top to bottom, when it brings it out, it puts a number on the bottom. If I click from top to bottom, like I did, bottom, oops, then it'll put the line on the top. So think about that when you're trying to put your numbers. If you want the number on top or on bottom, you might change where you're clicking it. And then I can dimension to the center of my holes by clicking here and clicking here. Forgot to click dimension. So from the center of this hole to there, I can bring it over. Now see how these are overlapped and that looks ugly? All I have to do is grab that and pull it out. So it's really nice because it makes dimensioning a lot easier than when we were doing it all by hand. And from there to there, and bring it up. Then if I want to do a hole, I can just say hole and thread, click, boom, click, boom, and go through and make sure you have any other missing dimensions. But this is how you do a working drawing. Very simple. I will let you know that I specifically left a couple dimensions off. So good luck finding those and making them as you needed to.